The year 2020 is probably exemplified by the fact that I am currently recording this video from my quarantine hotel room in Auckland, New Zealand. It's been tough, and there are many of us who have felt many moments of despair, grief, anxiety, uncertainty, and overwhelm. So today I want to share a few tips that you can apply in those moments of emotional overwhelm. I'm Kim Forrester, and it's time for your 5-Minute Thrive. It doesn't matter who you are or how hard you have worked on building your resilience or your emotional intelligence or your inner strength or your courage. There will come times in your life where you become overwhelmed with despair, pain, uncertainty, anxiety. It's inevitable. So how do we deal with those particular moments? There's no magic wand that is going to just suddenly take away all the stress and the discomfort that you're experiencing. But there are a few things that you can apply in that moment of overwhelm that can help you regather your strength and step forward into the future. Now, researchers aren't exactly quite sure why we are boosted emotionally, physically, mentally when we are in or around water. Perhaps it's because we literally grow inside fluid at the beginning of our lives. It might also be because water is one of the most essential things that we need in order to survive. What we do know is that when we are in water, around water, living near water, our emotional state is boosted, our brain rewards us, and we do feel better about life. So if you're experiencing a moment of overwhelm and you're unsure how to deal with the emotions that you're experiencing, one of the best ways to step forward is to get wet. That means you can jump into a bath and soak, jump in the shower. Earlier on this year in 2020, I was experiencing overwhelm. And what I did is I took myself out and I stood in a rainstorm. It was absolutely cleansing and refreshing, and I felt invigorated. So first thing you can do, if you are in a moment of overwhelm, take yourself away and get wet in whatever way you can. That water will boost your emotional, physical, spiritual well-being and help you step forward into the future with a little bit more resilience. We are natural creatures, and like every natural being on this planet, we actually thrive more when we are in our natural spaces. Now, of course, when we are feeling distressed or discomforted, in pain, grief-stricken, we tend to want to withdraw, and that takes us inside into these artificial spaces that we live in. So if you really want to step out of these moments of overwhelm, take yourself out into nature. Go for a walk in a forest, go for a walk along the river, get into a park or an open space. For the best results, take your shoes off and place your bare feet on the planet that nourishes you. Studies have shown that when we are barefoot on the planet, our brain actually creates a meditative-like state. It will calm you, it will ground you, it will bring you more into the present. The third thing I want to share with you today is the concept of self-compassion. Now, I learned about this for the first time last year, and learning this concept has quite literally changed my relationship with myself. So I really want to share that with you today. There are 3 facets to self-compassion. The first is the acknowledgement that you are suffering. Allow yourself to acknowledge that you are in pain. It's not always easy, and it's certainly not something that we're often taught to do. The second facet of self-compassion is to understand that you are one of 7.5 billion stories, and that everybody on the planet suffers to some degree at some point in their life. Yes, your moment may be painful, but you are never alone in that pain. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, the third step of self-compassion is to become a caring, supportive, and loving friend to yourself. What this means is that you speak to yourself in loving, gentle, reassuring, and supportive ways. Allow that inner dialogue to actually be uplifting and comforting and nurturing. Now, I do understand how uncomfortable this may feel. Like I say, it's not something many of us are taught to do, take care of ourselves, nurture ourselves to that degree. But if you could apply those 3 facets of self-compassion in the moment when you are feeling overwhelmed, studies have shown that you will be able to step forward with greater confidence, greater resilience, and greater ease, and a sense of peace. If you want to learn more about self-compassion, and I truly encourage you to do so, go ahead and listen to my interview with Dr. Kristen Neff on the Eudaimonia podcast. Like all the other episodes, you can find it at eudaimoniapod.com. None of these tools are going to magically make your life better, but they will allow you to ground yourself back in your inner strength, step forward, and know that you will endure. I'm Kim Forrester, and that is your 5-Minute Thrive. I do look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, take good care.